First, President Trump reportedly used a slur to describe Haiti. Now his administration is banning Haitians from applying for low-skilled work visas to enter the USA. The Department of Homeland Security says it is removing Haiti from a list of more than 80 countries whose citizens can be granted H-2A and H-2B visas. Those specific visas are given to seasonal workers in agriculture and other industries. Now, the Trump administration justified this decision by claiming Haitians who, and they use these words, Haitians who use these visas, quote, have high levels of fraud and abuse. Now, the administration also claims Haitians have, quote, a high rate of overstaying the terms of their visas. Joining us now is Garry Pierre-Pierre. He's the publisher of the Haitian Times. Welcome, Garry.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here, Duarte.
So when you heard that, obviously, first the president allegedly used that slur, and now Haitians are being denied from getting these visas, what was your first reaction to that?
Well, yet again, another strike against Haitians. I mean, I think this administration, I think the president personally has disdain for Haitians, and he'll try to do everything in his power to discredit us and to make sure that, you know, we don't feel comfortable in this country.
So, Pierre, what are you hearing from the people who are reading your magazine, from the community? How do they respond to this? Were people in the process of applying before this decision came down?
Well, as you mentioned, it's this low-skill visa. A lot of people who are here don't apply for these. These are people from Haiti who are applying for these visas. And the administration claimed that there's a lot of fraud and overstaying. They didn't provide any data to prove their point. It may be, but where is the data? And if past actions are any indication, there aren't any. And so, you know, it's becoming like a personal vendetta against Haitians, frankly, if you look at it. The impact of this latest proclamation from the administration is yet another layer. By itself, it doesn't worry me. But I think when you look at the personal attack, the slurs, as you mentioned, and rescinding the TPS status that about 80,000 Haitians fall under, that is more worrisome, because in a year or so, these people face deportation. And they face serious deportation because under the TPS program, temporary protected status, the government knows your Social Security, they know where you work, they know where you live. So for ICE to round up Haitians and deport them is fairly simple. And I'm afraid once that deadline hit, then we might see mass deportation of Haitians here.
Mass deportations of Haitians, and now this preventing a group of Haitians from coming into the country. What is the Haitian community doing in response to this?
Well, I think right now what we're doing is organizing. Those of us who are here just to encourage people to register to vote and really get out vote campaign for November. This is a strategy moving forward right now. The fact is, we don't want to be wallowing in self-pity. You know, I'm an American citizen. There are thousands of us who are American citizens in this country, and we're going to exercise our right and really fight for those who are unable to fight.
Haiti holds a special place in the minds of black people in the Americas.
And even in Africa.
I mean, it's the first freed, I mean, not just freed, but, you know, people who were formerly slaves who took their freedom.
From Napoleon, no less. He was the most powerful general of his time, the most brilliant military mind. And these ragtag slaves decided they had enough of this brutal slavery they were under, and they rose up and they won.
Why do you think Trump is targeting Haiti in particular, given its global significance for the black diaspora? Why Haiti in particular?
Well, Haiti provides Trump with an easy foil for his base. We're black, we're immigrant, and because of TPS status, it can easily show the base that it is tough on black people, on immigrants, and we're the perfect foil.
This is like the perfect victim, the perfect target.
But we won't be victimized, and we will fight.
So how do you do it? It seems like it's so incredibly difficult because even on the island, obviously there's severe infrastructure problems. Yes. It's difficult to get to North America, and then you have a president in office who has said some things. Some people would claim that his statements, his actions, his policies could fall into the category of racist. Given that, what do you do?
Well, I mean, Trump is the first recent president to articulate his racism I mean, when I hear people say, "Oh, he may be," no, he has a history of it, so it's clear now. We don't need to sugarcoat it anymore because he has proven that he doesn't deserve the benefit of the doubt. So now what we do, like I said, just build alliances among our natural allies, African Americans, Latinos, Asians, and others who are outraged by this president to really exercise our rights. One of the things that's been happening in this country in the last 8 years or so is that the average person, it's become cool to be apolitical. Oh, I don't vote. All of them are crooks. Nah, the cynicism must stop. And now it's the Haitians. Tomorrow it'll be somebody else.
So this is the first, but you believe more to come. Now, these particular visas, some people in the Trump administration are actually using these visas as well.
Not only the Trump administration, Trump himself, Mar-a-Lago will have a hard time functioning without those people with those visas.
What are we to make of this? I mean, is this a policy that's just poorly thought out, or do you think it is thought out to actually target a particular group and usher in a different group in? So everyone but Haitians, is that the plan?
Well, I think that's personal from Trump, and I think he has a good sycophant and Stephen Miller, who's also a right-winger of his own right, and then General Kelly, who's been sort of like a lot less than we anticipated. We thought he was going to be the adult, he's going to be the one who really ran in Trump's worst impulses, but as we saw with the Congresswoman from Florida, Frederica Wilson, when Kelly attacked her, it was very Trumpian.
Very Trumpian. You're coining a new phrase here.
Because it was all a lie. He was describing something that didn't happen. And so, you know, I'm disappointed at that because General Kelly was commander of Southcom. Under which Haiti falls. So he knows the reality of Haiti. He was the one who really was pushing Trump to end TPS for Haitians. Because the acting DHS secretary, Duke, was sort of like taking her time, and it was General Kelly said, you know, we need to put out this announcement that we're stopping TPS for Haitians, and they had to.
You know, our time is almost up. If there's one thought that you want to leave us with, when we see Haitians being targeted, we see the slurs, we see now the visa denials, what should everyone else learn from this? If you could tell us that succinctly, what's that one thought?
Think about it. You might be next.
You might be next.
Yes.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your insight.
My pleasure.